And one more thing on this program, because you should have seen the last segment. Remember, we said, my God, Hobbs, a star waiting to happen. He's been so mismanaged. Then they brought him back, mismanaged him again. I'm begging anybody who has a contact in the new TKO, it ain't Titan Sports no more, but somebody in the office up there in Connecticut, please tamper with this son of a bitch's contract. Please get him out of here.
You can't say that. Now you're tampering.
Well, no, I'm not tampering with shit. They're tampering with him. In AEW is tampered with Hobbs till he's pretty much tampered out. I mean, somebody please buy him away from this indentured servitude he's in. Because do you know what they did? No, you don't, because you didn't see it. But I'll tell you what they did.
Yeah, what
I'll tell you exactly.
Okay.
Bye, cracky.
Please.
What they did. Hambone. So, Big Bill is in the ring doing a promo, talking about Hobbs. And apparently last week, Hobbs jumped him in the parking lot. And so they've exiled Hobbs to Saturday nights. And he called Hobbs out. He said, I'm going to have him arrested and locked up for jumping me in the parking lot. And Hobbs comes out, and there's security in front of the security, the black shirts standing and just in awkward stances, holding their hands out in front of him. And I can't say he beats them up. He dispatches each one of them, and there's like 7 of them, with one shot each. Not necessarily that that's a bad thing, but a lot of this stuff didn't even walk through it where it would look good or be. He's just, boom, here's a forearm, boom, I've thrown you down. And then they stay down through everything I'm about to fucking say next, right? They get in the ring, and Big Bill and Hobbs, I can't say they get in a fight, because Hobbs hits Bill 3 times with forearms or punches or what that Big Bill doesn't sell, and then Bill shoves Hobbs back and then kicks Hobbs in his bad knee. And that puts Hobbs down to both knees and selling. And then he gives him a boot to the head, and Hobbs takes a bump out over the second rope onto the rampway, and he gets up and limps all the way back to the entrance like he's just got his ass kicked enough, and he's fucking turned tail and run now. But apparently they were supposed to fight back to the entranceway so the next abomination could occur, but he just went there anyway. And I'm like, what in the name of God is going on here? And then Big Bill followed him to the entranceway and it had a backpack. Just a old fucking not Salvation Army surplus. Or it could have got from the Salvation Army, a backpack with some shit in it. And he hits Hobbs over the head with the backpack and then dumps the stuff out. And he's stolen Hobbs' knee brace because he's had the knee injury. So now you're expected, now he's stolen Hobbs' knee brace. So he's got no protection on his knee. And there was 3 bricks. 3 bricks in the backpack and a set of leg irons. Leg irons, 3 bricks, and a fucking knee brace. Now, I say leg irons, he was going to. The intention was probably, we can only surmise from the evidence available, that he was going to handcuff Hobbs, but there was a long chain on these goddamn cuffs, right? And that's leg irons, but it gives you a little more room to work. I've mentioned this before, Brian.
Yeah.
But what happened was the cuffs had got tangled up and I think locked on each other in the bag because he kept trying to untangle them, and he's pulling. And then he got down and just started beating Hobbs up again. Bing, bing, bing. And now Hobbs's face is bleeding. He's potatoed him with something, but he never could get to goddamn shackles unshacklefied, so they never came into play. He didn't do anything with them. He just left them. Then Big Bill continued to toy with Hobbs, punching him intermittently at a slow pace as they went to the announce desk, ran him into the announce desk. hit him with a chair, punched him again, hit him with a chair again. And then I noted, did Hobbs kill the 7 security guards that were trying to stop him now that there's actual goddamn attempted murder and aggravated homicide taking place? They're nowhere. And then Hobbs was crawling, trying to get away, and Big Bill with 2 more chair shots and kicked him in the leg and threw his knee brace down and stomped on it and went to hit him with a brick. Okay, we've come this far, right? Hobbs is taking a pretty big ass whipping, right? Suddenly, Hobbs kicks Big Bill in the gut, gives him 6 forearms and a kick in the balls that Big Bill didn't go down for. And I think the first gut kick was supposed to be a kick in the balls, but it was confusingly sold. So the point is, Hobbs has now hit this motherfucker in this fight with 10 forearms, a kick in the balls, and a goddamn confusing kick in the balls, and he hasn't gone down yet for Hobbs. And then Hobbs grabs him and belly to bellies Big Bill off the stage through 2 tables to the floor.
Wow.
And both of them lay there dead. And so Hobbs got, again, this badass, big, jacked up. He got the teetotal shit beat out of him. He fought back enough to where the guy stopped beating him up but never went down, even when he was kicked in the balls. And then he had to sacrifice his own goddamn health and safety just to stop this fucking guy. How does that get Hobbs over? And this was way too long, and this was fucking way too ridiculous. And it made Hobbs look like alternately a pussy or a punk or a complete fucking idiot. And there was 15 more minutes of the show, but after that, I was fucking done. Jesus Christ. Poor Hobbs. Again, somebody in Connecticut. You know who you might be out there. You got to hire this guy away somehow. Make him an emancipated minor.
Well, the problem is there's a line of guys wanting to get out of there. Ricky Starks, Ray Phoenix, we assume.
Well, we don't even know that he wants to get out of there. He just should. Oh, either that or he went off the stage, through the tables, to the concrete, and landed in the splinters of everything. Maybe, Brian, he can just, while he's laid up at the house selling these injuries, he can malinger a little bit on Tony Khan's dime, and he can set him up a brand new business. Work for himself. Powerhouse Enterprises. Work for himself.
Doing what?
Work from home, selling stuff.
What?
Anything he wants to. Because if he's partnered up with our friends over at Shopify, well, then he could sit right there at home and he could sell the essence of Powerhouse on the internet and around the world, and Shopify could do everything. They take ideas and concepts and they lay out the websites and they have the stores and the storefronts, and it's not like if 15 million people decide to order your essence all at the same time, their site's not going to crash because they're the big boys. They're covering the world. They're around the globe. So that's what Hobbs ought to do. And it's a new year. It's a new time for resolutions. You've been mulling over about starting your own business, being the master of your own destiny, rather than the manifest destiny that is foisted upon you by the evil overlords. But you don't know how you can get started. How do you come up with a brand? How do you walk through this process and actually sell? And more importantly, get the revenue? Well, that's with Shopify, because they can get your store up and running, and the best time to start a new business is right now. They make it simple to create your own brand. And boy, I'll tell you, once the first time you're branded, it hurts. But after that,
No, it's not. You're
It's
not,
easy peasy.
not that kind of brand. Your brand, your business.
Well, branded, marked as the one who ran. What do you do when you're branded and you know you're a man? See, you can sell autographed pictures of Chuck Connors on the internet, and Shopify will help you bring those to the people that like Chuck Connors. You don't need coding or design skills. Hell, if you're like most people selling these things today, you don't need any skills. You just need an idea that Shopify can run with, and their powerful social media tools will help you connect up to create shoppable posts on your social media and your channels and help you sell everywhere. And if you've got a store, let's say you got a widget store, Brian, and you're selling, but you're not selling many widgets. That's because your platform is not proper and you're not up to the modern standards. That's where the professionals can help you out, and they can take your widget store from midget sales to Gidget sales, because you know Gidget, she always loved those widgets. Right now, folks, with Shopify, your first sale is closer than you think. It's bearing down on you right now. You better get ready. And you can sign up for a $1 a month trial period right now at shopify.com/JCE. That's all lowercase for that JCE, by the way. That's the secret code that gets you the $1 a month trial period. Shopify.com/JCE. Because again, for $1 trial period, for heaven's sake. What in the world? How can they not make you $1? I mean, right there's $1. That's worth $1. Do I hear $2?
All right, enough of the ka-ching, but of course you'll get your own ka-ching.
It can go on like that. You'll get your own proverbial ka-ching when you cash in by going with Shopify.com/JCE, $1 a month trial period right now. Get it while it's hot.
That's right, Shopify.
Yes, that's the thing that I mentioned.